And next to Iraq. In Baghdad, the second trial of Saddam Hussein began today. A verdict is still to come in October in Trial 1. But that won't delay Trial 2, which involves the killing of tens of thousands of Kurds in the 1980s. Hussein was in court today, again angry and defiant. But this trial involves accusations against him of massacre, of his ordering the killing of every male, young and old, in some Kurdish towns. ABC's Terry McCarthy visited one of those towns in northern Iraq.
A village of women, a life of suffering. 18 years ago, Saddam Hussein's soldiers took away all the males over 5 years old. None of them ever came back. Nasreen Omar had a husband and 4 brothers. Just before sunset, she says, Iraqi soldiers surrounded the area and started shelling the village. It was April 1988. Saddam's campaign to clear large areas of northern Iraq of its Kurdish residents was just beginning. The villagers of Mahabaram were trucked to a detention center where the men were separated from the women. The last time I saw my husband was in Top Zawa military camp from a distance, says this woman. His hands were tied. Then a week later, they were gone. We don't know where the males were taken, she says. We only saw that they were put into covered trucks. All she has left is her husband's old identity card. Today, forensic archaeologists have unearthed mass graves in the desert where thousands of those victims were shot and buried. But for almost 2 decades, the women of Mahabaram were still hoping their men were alive in some prison camp. We started to rebuild this village, she says, without the men. It was not until Saddam's fall in 2003 and the prisons were opened that it became clear all the men had been killed. Now, as Saddam goes on trial for genocide, these women feel no mercy. I wish they would cut a piece of his body every day, she says, and put salt in the wound. The anger and bitterness linger. But these women also know they have won a victory over the dictator they revile. They have survived. Terry McCarthy, ABC News, Mahabaram, northern Iraq.
The trial began today, for which they've waited 20 years. Back in this country.